Hey guys, what's going on? These are sunflower plants. We started them as seeds. These are torpedo pots. These are self-growing planters. So all you do is stick your seeds and your plants in this planter and it grows your food for you. You never have to grow your food ever again. And it does it so well. In actuality, we have a 9-inch planter. I don't think anybody could just throw their seeds in the planter like we do, never water, never feed, and walk away, and have them grow so tall so beautifully. Guys, this is called torpedo pot, and that's what it does. It grows your food for you with no human intervention. So what I gotta do now is that, well, I want to come back and do a video, drop them down, you guys take a look at them. I'm gonna cut some of the leaves off. These things grew so fast. Can you imagine the water that's needed to grow this one plant in this small 9-inch planter? Can you imagine how much water is needed to develop it? And how much water is needed if I told you that this one 9-inch planter grew already 17 tomatoes? This one 9-inch planter can grow a good amount of food. Why? Is that possible? Well, because these are torpedo pots. These are self-growing planters. They cut on and off. They water your plants for you. The system is designed to water your plants for you with no human intervention. Well, all you do is put your seeds in that planter, put your plants in that planter, and you'll see food and more growth than you've ever seen before, and it's beautiful. All right, so I want to, today, they're sucking the water out so fast that I had to go turn up the water. And so I want to say a lot of this hanginess is probably due to that, but I'm going to cut this off because I want to push that further up to that new ball that's up top. So I'm going to just come back and we'll prune these things, okay? And guys, these are sunflower plants. All we did was put our seeds and our plants in this planter, and it grew our plants for us. We never water, we never feed. Only thing you do is harvest. Why are we growing these? To get oil. We need oil. Torpedo pot needs oil. Why? Well, we can grow your vegetables, we can grow your grains, we can grow so many other things, but you can't cook it all without oil. So why not grow multiple headed sunflower plants that can give us the oil that we need? We're aiming for a gallon of oil. Give it a try, we don't know. So let's start pulling these things down. You see that? That's how easy it is with torpedo pot. These are modular growing systems. Well, all you do is put your seeds in your plants in, and you can move your garden around as you please. If I want to prune, I take it down. Wow, isn't that beautiful? Man, that's beautiful. Gosh, that's torpedo pot. Man, these are self-growing planters, dude. They grow your food with no human intervention. You'll never have a problem with organic food in your life. You simply take your seeds and put it in the planter, and it does all the work for you. It grew so fast that I had to adjust my water settings to accommodate the fast growth. And that's why you see them all drooping down and hanging down, because they've been suffering. But voila, they're back to life again. Now, I want you to ask yourself, you have two planters here. You have the 16-inch planter, and you have the 12-inch planter. I believe personally that I could put about 3 or 4 sunflower seeds in there and it will grow. That's what we're doing with corn. Where you could have multiple stalks coming out of one pot. You don't need to grow in the ground anymore. Torpedo pot grows your food for you. All you do is put your seeds and your plants in that planter, and look what it does. Can you beat results like that? Have you seen results like this before? It's amazing. It's beautiful. These are beautiful, beautiful plants. Absolutely stunning. And they're going to have multiple heads on them. And that's why I chose them. See the multiple head on that right there? Oh, yeah, that's why I love that plant. I want those multiple heads. And that's why we chose Torpedopot. In 16 inches, you'll have one plant growing multiple sunflower heads. Multiple sunflower heads. To achieve oil like you've never been able to achieve before. Torpedopot does that. It's the world's first self-growing planter. So this looks good. Now right now, these are modular growing systems. So all I have to do is take this growing system, put it back up on the pedestal, plug it up, and walk away. This is the extent of my weeding. The extent, I haven't watered. Extent of my weeding. It's the extent of my maintenance for this Torpedopot. Remember now, this Torpedopot is running 365 days a year. Plants are growing all of the time. This is my food system, where all I do is take my plants and my seeds and put it in here, and I have food for the rest of my life. You see those multiple heads on that plant? Those are sunflower heads, guys. And we're going to get a lot of sunflower oil. And I know you love sunflower oil. How do I know you love it? Because you buy it for hundreds of dollars at the store. But this way you'll get it, and it won't have any synthetic chemicals or anything else on it. Real food, that's what we go. Let's put this back up there, get the rest on there. Modular growing systems. All you do is take your modular growing system, your Torpedopot, lift it up, put it back on the pedestal, and plug it in. Like nothing never ever happened. Let's try this big boy. Unplug it, lift it up, carry it to its destination, put it down, tend to the needs of the plant, put it back up, and you're done. Torpedopots are modular growing systems. They grow more food per square foot than you can ever grow in the ground. Look at this. This one sunflower plant will produce about 8 heads to it. 8 times 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say minimum 4. And you're gonna get a lot of, what, that's what, 36, 32 heads, right? 32 heads on this one planter. I don't have to weed, I don't have to water, I don't have to do anything. And I get sunflowers all of the time. I wanted you to see this before I take this and put this up. I wanted you to see this. So, I'm gonna groom them. I'm gonna take it one way to this small one, okay? This small one is very young, and so I'm just going to cut it out of the planter. Make it a little more easier. We have another young one here. I'll just cut it right out. It's going to produce, but I'm good. I'm good with what I have. I'll manage it. Remember, when you have plants in this planter like we have right now, you're running water. And so you might run this for at this height and this stage, maybe about 20 minutes every 5 hours. Just let it run. Rush yourself on through. Well, because there's no standing water in this pot. The only standing water is in that biotic environment. And that's what you want to protect. So instead of giving it a long water, give it sprints of water. Sprints and sprints and sprints. So that they can remain clean and fresh. Nobody wants to live in their own feces. Plants love clean, fresh environments, just like you do. Okay, I'm finished. I pruned my sunflower plants. Guys, these are torpedopots. These are self-growing planters. And what they do is that they grow your food with no human intervention. So I will have about 32 heads of sunflowers coming off of a 16-inch planter. Are you kidding me? You can not only grow your food, but look how it does. It's such a great job. Dude, this is real food, man. I'm going to say one thing that you're going to be alarmed about, and I want you to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. You won't see imperfections on the plant because of the growing environment. It's fresh, it's green. The decay is happening consistently among the lower leaves. It looks good, and I love the way what's experiencing right now. It's sucking water up tremendously fast. You've got to feed it. But it looks beautiful. I love it. The consistency is amazing. Now, there's two consistencies we're looking at, okay? One is the genetic inheritance. This lets you know the type of seeds you have. Some plants, like peas, may have different colors, pink or white, or radish may have pink, white, or some have purple, whatever, based upon this genetic inheritance. So it looks like the pack of seeds genetic inheritance is pretty good. I don't see any decay. I don't see any collapse. I see enormously the stems, the barks themselves, they look very strong and very woody. Very woody, very, very strong. Like a piece of wood, they're very strong. And this is what Torpedopot does. Torpedopot is a self-growing gardening system. Well, all you do is put your plants in this planter, and it grows fresh, healthy food and plants for you all of the time. All of the time. See the consistency? You don't see the decay, do you? Not at all. Not at all. Isn't that beautiful? Man, it's gorgeous. And this is why I love my Torpedopot. Let's move on to another one. Okay, so now you guys know the reason why I don't have to fight for food. Because I always have food. The minute I collect the seeds from these plants, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw some kale or some radish to carry me through the wintertime. And it does pretty good. 16-inch planter, we do about 1 to 2 pounds of radish in just one 16-inch planter. So Torpedopot is the way to go. It's the way to grow. So, this, oh, I forgot these small parts here. We have this stuff. Do so much talking, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay. Let's try this one. All right, so let's try this one then. Want to do that? Oh, I didn't do a job also. I'll leave a lot of stuff undone. Like I said, this video was more directed at you, to teach you how to grow your food. So I'm not really trying to do anything because, again, with Torpedopot, I don't have to do anything. I set it and I forget it. I take my seeds and my plants and I put them in this planter. I don't water. I don't fertilize. And all I do is supplement once a month for the deficiencies in the soil. And I get perfect food all the time. So let's do some estimations. If I'm able to grow 5, let's say 4 plants in one planter, detach it, pull it out. Good. Bring it down. All right. Woo. Don't get me wrong. You see this hanging right here? That means they're growing so fast that they're dehydrated. So I'm cutting off all the stuff below here to give them a fighting chance. I'm going to put it back in and start watering them again. So let's say, for instance, we do 4 sunflower plants in each planter. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 planters. And from each planter, let's say we're able to do, well, one sunflower does about 8 heads. Let's say we do about 32 for one plant. And let's say we have 10 planters. That's 310 sunflower heads. And what space are we talking about? Less than a space of about 20 by 20. 300 sunflower heads in a space that's about 20 by 20. Who can break that record? Torpedopot is the way to go. It's the way to grow. All right, so I'm going to give this put it back on. I'm going to give it the water that it needs. I'm going to thin this out also. I see some, even the small ones are coming to a head. And it's just so sad. I don't want to cut things off because it's not dying. It's just that it's consuming so much water, I have to turn up the water supply, but it's not dying. And so I have no justification for taking out the small ones besides the fact that it may be a crowded plant. I'm going to check out this small one though. It's a shame. You know, one of the toughest things, the job there is going to be for you is try not to waste food. When you see it coming, it's like, oh man, should I waste it? Should I save it? And sometimes you've got to win the battle in order to win the game. All right, so I'm going to put these back up here now. I just wanted to let you guys see what you can do with your Torpedopot. Isn't it amazing though? Every last one of them showing the same consistencies. Isn't that beautiful? That's Torpedopot. That's a self-growing flower pot that grows your food with no human intervention. You do absolutely nothing. Just advertise. If one Torpedopot, this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plants in it. But let's say we get 4 plants in each planter. We have 10 plants. The 4 plants, one plant can generate 8 heads. So you're looking at 32 heads per planter. You're looking at over 300 heads, and a little is 20 by 20 feet. 300 sunflower heads growing by themselves with no human intervention. You see what I just did? That is the most care that I've given this plant since it's been growing. And I'll say right now, this thing has got to be at least, I don't know how many feet. Let's take a look at it. Wow, it's taller than me. Over 7 feet. Wow, or six something. Jeez, that's amazing. Boy, and I love to see the heads of them. They're beautiful. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful, guys. They're really beautiful. We've been down so you guys can actually see it a little bit better. I just can't get over the growth of these plants. It's just so gorgeous. In every way, they're just so beautiful, man. Every way. I love looking at them. I spend here all day long looking at my plants. Well, okay. Now, I have a funny feeling. The next time we take this video about growing sunflower plants in Torpedopots that grow your food for you, they're going to open up. And you're going to see a spectacle that you've never seen before. And planters that we don't water, we don't feed, we don't do any work at all. And it grows that food for us. We're very fortunate to be able to do that. Darryl Addison, Torpedopot.com. Darryl Addison, Torpedopot.com. This is amazing. And I'll talk to you guys later. All right, bye-bye.